The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want your connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Okay. I've finished my hot cross bun. We can do a podcast now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Kia ora koutou, welcome to The Real Pod. Once again, it is Ladies' Night, day, morning, whenever you're listening to this. My name is Jane Yee. I'm joined by Alex Casey.
Kia ora, Jane.
No Duncan Grieve. Kia ora. We do have Samuel here.
Hi.
And we don't have anything to recap, so true chaos pod awaits.
I'm feeling lost without maths, I gotta say. I filled the void with some really questionable choices over the long weekend.
What have you been watching?
Just like Now You See Me.
I watched a rom-com with Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon last night.
Ooh. What was it?
It's called Your Place or Mine, and it's fine. Like it's not one of the greats, but
I will
the
say
time.
this. Also rewatched Legally Blonde. Fuck. I think it's the perfect movie.
Do you know what
There is all killer, no filler. Reese Witherspoon is fantastic in it. And Jennifer Coolidge, oh my God.
I don't think I've watched it.
You simply must.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight, in fact.
Do
I
it.
also watched this great new film that's just been released. You might have heard of it, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yeah?
Bit late on the wagon. It's because it's so long. I really had to psych myself into when I was in the right space to watch a long movie these days.
Yeah.
And,
It is a real experience.
the whole
You have
world
to be
wants
ready for
shorter
it.
things, apart from this podcast. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you've seen it, you know the bit where it kind of zooms out and it's like a movie within a movie and they play the end credits of like a
you
fake
got up,
movie.
didn't you?
I got up
Yeah.
and started putting my cardigan on. Fuckwit at the media screening, and Joe was pulled me down and sit down. I was like, oh no. To me, 98 minutes, that's where I clock off. I clock off.
No, fair enough too. Hey, if you want to be part of the Real Pod Corner, I tried to smooth that little stumble over, the Real Pod Corner.
The Real
But
Pod
there's
Corner.
there's no hiding. If you want to be part of the Real Pod Corner, it's our Facebook group. It's a wonderful place. Or our Discord where we chat about all sorts of things. Then head to the show notes. You've got links there. Also, this is a PSA. I'm finally getting my Team Jane videos out. I've been drip feeding them out. So a few people have them. Not everyone has them yet, so don't freak out if you haven't got yours yet. 'Tis coming. Better late than never. Extremely guilty person. Probably should never have
Stresses me
agreed
out.
to do it because I am very bad at
Is this one of those things that you remember it at 2 a.m. and you go,
Yeah.
I haven't done my...
Yeah, I sent some yesterday, Easter Monday in the evening. And then the problem is, bless her, Brittany was so touched with her one for her daughter. She filmed herself as they were watching it. And her daughter's just agog, just watching oh my God. Because I did this is Jane from Treasure Island thing. And then I said that Brittany's a great mum and Brittany teared up. And so she posted this video and I was like, this is beautiful. And now I'm crying, but also now people know to expect their videos and I haven't got them all out yet. So that was, it's all
I think
good
you
though.
should
It's fine.
record a few and then lock them in a vault.
I've recorded
Who did
them
that?
all.
Wu-Tang?
I recorded all the videos and then it took me an age to record them and then it's taken me a second age to get them out.
Just
So-
press send or...
Well, no, because I got to find the email address and then I'm writing little
okay.
emails to everyone and, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's the housekeeping done.
Thank God for that.
We need to get to
What
the
are we
real
gonna talk
news.
about?
We've got to talk about the elephant around your neck. In breaking news from last week, or the weekend, you won't believe what happened when Alex Casey walked a dog. What happened?
I got very badly injured, Jane. I've been walking this neighbourhood dog for the past 3 weeks, and he is a lovely, lovely big boy, but he's very pulley on the lead, very food-driven, very smell-driven. And, I'm a wee dot. I'm just a waif, if you will. And I got pulled a bit too hard in one direction and felt something in my neck go pretty dramatically. And then overnight, I just could not sleep. I woke up in agony. Joe tried to run me a bath, couldn't even get into the bath. We had to go to the, after hours medical thingamy on Saturday morning. And the doctor's given me a lovely dose of tramadol and other muscle relaxants, so I'm feeling really good at the moment. And I've got this neck brace because the most strict instruction was don't look down, which sounds like a high concept horror movie or something. And so I've been living my life just #look up,
How long are we in the brace?
Well, the brace is more just like a vibes thing. It's for the pain to go away. So I think it should only be a few more days. But I've come to really love it. Like it's like a hug, It's like it's just a beautiful feeling.
She's wrapping her hands around her throat as she says this.
But it was really funny because we managed to go out yesterday to this thing at the museum to look at some art. And because I can't turn my head, I have to turn my whole body like that. And of course, because I can't look down, I had this problem where I was wearing these jeans that the zip kind of forces itself down quite easily, when you get those jeans. And so I had to keep turning around.
Definitely the jean, not the user, eh?
No, it's nothing to do with the gut. And I'd have to turn full body pivot and go, check my fly, Joe. And at one point in Riverside Market, I asked a stranger to check my fly because I thought it was Joe. So yeah, never a dull moment.
Never a
really,
dull
in my life.
moment, truly. I mean, last week you didn't have much to report. Then you were like, well, we've got to fix that. I have quite a few questions. So did you sort of body move forward and your head was left behind? Was it that sort of like cartoonish situation?
I think it is more like a repeated sort of strain on the neck and shoulders because it's just a lot of weight. Like he's a very big, heavy dog, and I thought I could handle it, but sometimes you can't always be the hero.
No. Most heroes do wear capes, and so if you're not wearing one, you're probably not one. So don't try and walk a big dog, I think is how the saying goes.
What about those who wear neck braces with their fly undone?
A true hero amongst the people. Okay, I had a sort of, I think a sympathy neck injury over the weekend for you. Also animal related. Slept funny because I have animals who sleep on the bed and I have a big bed, but they wedge in next to me to the point where like my unconscious self sort of knows not to roll on them. And so I sleep in a funny position all night and I've woken up with like the, just the classic, just the pedestrian, no need for a neck brace, nothing dramatic or showy, just your classic little like stiff neck situation, but also couldn't turn my head to the left.
No.
So I was doing some full body pivots over the weekend as well in your honour.
It is quite fun. You feel like like a Bond villain or something. Dramatic turn. But I appreciate that, Jane. That really means a lot.
I'm all better now, but wishing you well. Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you. It was sort of upsetting for a while, but then I just really leaned into it and had a great weekend.
Don't lean into it. Don't lean into it. That's exactly what you're not supposed to do.
Just a great weekend on the couch watching lots of things. So it was all fun.
I did that too and no injuries. No reason to do that except for pure laziness. Tell you who is not lazy. This is honestly a shocking story to me. The whole fact that this competition even exists. But do you remember Caleb Pearson, Alice and Caleb from the block 2000 in Takapuna?
I don't think I watched that season.
It was season 2.
Okay,
they've gone on to be Reno people or some such. But he came second in the most gnarly, crazy running competition. running for 33 hours. The guy who won had broken ribs, ran with broken ribs.
Oh, my God.
It's a last man standing race, and there were 138 people who started. And basically you just keep running until you can run no more. But you've got to do the loop, a 6.7 kilometre loop in under an hour. So if you don't do one of the loops in under an hour, you're out.
Oh, my God.
And then obviously if you die or something, you're also out.
Yeah.
So basically there's one winner at the end. Everyone else is a do not finish or did not finish. And he came second.
Bloody hell. So you ran for 33 hours?
Well, 32. I guess he did 32 hours.
That's incredible.
He had never run more than 100 Ks before, which, by the way, already ridiculous, and ended up like basically doubling that.
That's just superhuman, eh? Like, oh my God, I get puffed going to the mailbox.
I just can't even handle stairs. They're called Backyard Ultra Runs, the brainchild of a distance running legend, Gary Cantrell, who's also known as Lazarus Lake. It's got quite like cult leader energy coming out of that. But the best bit is that this guy just like sat down when he watched this happen at Riverhead, and he sat down and watched the race. And he was treated like a rock star, staying up all night to watch, sustained by Dr. Pepper sodas and Camel cigarettes.
Wow.
Which I just think is like, I just love it. He
This
was
is
just sitting there.
Lazarus Lake.
Lazarus Lake is just sitting there with his Dr. Pepper and his ciggies, watching these people like run themselves to the death. But yes, Caleb Pearson. I mean, congratulations to the guy who actually won, Cameron Rogers of Wellington. But Caleb Pearson,
Outstanding.
could you be any more of a successful human being? Win the block and run forever.
This is another, I've been speaking about, well, Duncan first brought it up, that show Physical 100. If we did a New Zealand one, get this man on it. He would be incredible. They had an endurance challenge very similar in the finale.
The photo on stuff shows the winner, drinking, doing a shoey, right? Which is great. But the shoe is the shoe he's running for 200 Ks, and it's covered in mud, and I don't know. Al would never... Al probably would, actually.
He probably would. He'd love it.
The next story I've gotten it's Jack Tame's got a girlfriend. Congratulations. I don't know if that's news.
It's a lovely news couple. Lovely Marva from Sunday.
So he works on a Saturday. She works on a Sunday. When do you get a weekend? You know?
I'm not sure that they do it live.
Okay.
Honestly,
don't poke holes in the beautiful mystery.
It's a joy. It's a glamour power news couple. Both wonderful people. Stunning.
Can she sing? Can she sing?
Unsure.
Because we'd love to see her join him for his guitar sessions.
The guitar sessions.
On the
Does
Instagram.
he still do those?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll never forget his no scrubs. Never forget.
I haven't visited Jack Tame's Instagram page for a long time, but if his little sing-songs are still up there, worth a visit. Visit.
There was also, I saw embedded in one of those articles, they did a great couples costume for the TVNZ party, dressed as Ron Burgundy and Veronica Corningstone.
Yeah,
and
nice.
I was like, love that.
And it's on brand, because they're anchors. So great.
It's perfect.
Rod Stewart was here. He, I don't know if he visited any docks to rock, but he did get a tattoo while he was here.
Yeah, what was it? It was a footy tattoo, right?
It was like a Celtic club tattoo or something, which is fine.
So he just happened to get it when he wanted to get the tattoo.
I think that's it. But, when someone's here and they do literally anything, we get excited. We're always excited when someone gets a tattoo in New Zealand, always.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Congratulations to New Zealand for achieving that.
There were quite a few stories about him and his family, or maybe just his family, rocking around all weekend.
Yeah.
It was spotted in Waiheke, spotted on a beach, doing zip lining.
God,
they
just really had a holiday, good time,
Hollybobs.
Working holiday. He was spotted in Bunnings in Australia at Manly when he was over there.
Oh yeah, he wanted a sausage.
Yeah, but because I was like, what's he doing? What's he shopping for? Is he a new watering can on tour? Why is he at Bunnings?
Just a sausage, Jane.
Seems we know the Bunnings sausage is legendary. You don't even need to go in for that. Like, why did he step foot inside the premises? You just go to the door, get your sauce.
But it's like a politicians and the price of milk thing. He just doesn't know where to even go.
Oh.
He's probably looking for the sausage aisle inside. He probably doesn't know even that a barbecue goes outside.
Well, I mean, he's a giant idiot then, because they have the sausage sizzle set up at the entrance. So if you can walk past the entrance and not see and smell the sausages.
But this was the problem, which I think would perplex anyone. It was not sausage day.
Oh.
So there was no barbecue. So he probably went in wandering, completely lost, scared, getting tattooed,
Yeah.
desperately seeking sausages.
I guarantee he walked out with something, though. Hey, you don't walk out of Bunnings with nothing,
Well, at least a
pies.
hat.
A hat?
A
Crying
little
out
straw
loud.
hat.
Can you please tell me about April Fools for you?
Oh, yeah. I should have said this on the podcast last week. I just...
Yeah, because it's quite, it's long gone.
It's ages away now, but I got pranked by... So Hanma Springs posted on their Facebook page and issued like a very proper looking press release about how they were going to bottle the like sulfuric smell of the springs and pump them around the town using the same technology that they use at like Disneyland to make it all smell like caramel popcorn or whatever. And it was a very formal looking press release, and it even had photos of like the owners holding these like smell canister things. And I am like, A, really stupid, B, very gullible, and C, always keen for a good story.
No, you didn't.
I went back to them. Kia ora. My name's Alex Casey, senior writer at the Spin-Off. I'd love to hear more about the smell-o-vision, whatever the fuck. On a Saturday, like a saddo, without looking at the date, without even thinking for a second it was April Fool's.
And it was actually April Fool's the day before, wasn't it? Wasn't it on oh no, it was the Saturday.
No, it was a Saturday. So it was like double revealed myself to be an idiot and a saddo who sends work emails on the weekend. And then I realised and sent another email like 20 minutes later going, ha ha ha, good one. You got me.
There's the
So
story.
desperado.
There is the story. They should be press releasing that.
I know. But then they came back to me last week. They're obviously following up. And they did say that they fooled quite a lot of people. So I feel a little like maybe they're just being nice. But they were like, we'd love to send you, some double passes to Hanma Springs and some of our new skincare products. And I was like, is this a prank again?
Check the date.
I'm not going to be burned twice by Hanma Springs. But I gave them my home address and we'll see what happens.
Of course. This is big news in Swiftyland. I mean, we're not breaking this news. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn have broken up.
A horror, a tragedy, a nightmare, distressing, perplexing, but we're going to get some more good music.
We're going to get some really good music out of this. We are.
Well, the thing is, it seems like everything I've read, a very amicable split.
Mm-hmm. No such thing.
They intend on staying good friends,
Yeah, it won't happen.
and they just drifted apart.
Yes.
And they're, he couldn't handle the fame. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. She's had a few days off the Eras tour, and I think she's returning soon. Whether she addresses it on stage or not remains to be seen. But she did start changing out certain songs in the set list, which got the Swifties a buzz with a potential breakup coming that was confirmed over the weekend.
Wow. God, you can't get away with anything when you're Taylor Swift, can you? Can't.
You really can't.
You can't drop those little Easter eggs and expect no one to notice.
Yeah, but very sad. And yeah, I don't know. I thought they were going to get married,
Well, is it? I mean, it's sad for her and him, presumably. But I agree, not sad for us. I mean, it means we get more good music. How long were they together?
You did say this, 6 years.
Yeah.
You said this in your critique of Midnights, I think, that you wanted more sad breakup songs.
Yep.
So in a way, you made this happen?
Don't say that because I don't want to be Swiftized. Whatever it is that Swifties do when they're very upset with someone for causing something. I don't know. Let's swiftly move on. A giant gorilla is still missing. You won't even know that the gorilla is missing in the first place because this is English news. But it tickled me, Alex, and so I've included it in the real news. It tickled me because there's a gorilla called Gary. Not a real gorilla, fiberglass statue gorilla that was reported stolen from Reynard Nursery in Carluke last month. And then a giant fiberglass gorilla was seen on the back of a ute travelling down the M25 and on the M40 near Warwick. And, of course, people were ringing it in. Not Gary. It is
A different one.
Gary's brother, apparently, the manufacturer.
A decoy.
The manufacturer made several versions. It's believed the sightings were one of those extra, not Gary's.
Oh my gosh. I've seen a similar technique employed in The Prestige, another magic movie that I watched over the weekend.
Oh, there's this really beautiful photo of one of the employees from the garden centre posing with Gary. They've both got Christmas hats on, and it says Gary the gorilla is dressed up to mark special occasions like Christmas. And he looks like a beloved pet. He's massive, but this guy looks so happy.
Is he full gorilla size?
I don't know how big gorillas get, but I think he's bigger. He's really big.
What is King Kong?
He is a gorilla, isn't he? Yeah.
But is he? Is he just like a mega gorilla?
Yeah. And Godzilla
Crazy.
is a lizard? What's Godzilla? Sam?
I think
Godzilla's not quite a dinosaur.
There's a Japanese word for them that's like kaiju.
A kaiju.
Kaiju.
Yeah. So all your questions answered here on the Real Pod. My weekend, not that anyone asked.
Tell us, Jane.
I did some baking. I have not been baking for ages, and I baked the Ema hot cross buns after the spin-off kept spamming me on Facebook with the recipe. So I finally caved, and I spent many hours on Saturday making those, and they were delicious.
They look very good in the work Slack. I'm very sad I don't get to eat one.
Oh, they're all gone now. All gone. All gobbled up. And then I also made, with the leftover pastry cream, because this is how fancy those bloody hot cross buns are. You know, it's not just a flour and water paste to make the crosses. No, we're talking about Jesus here. Show some respect. Pastry cream.
Wow.
I milled my own spices. I used seeds from Vanilla Pod for the pastry cream.
Oh, my God.
I went all out. And then I ate them all. But anyway, with the leftover pastry cream, I made some profiteroles and filled them.
No, you didn't.
I did.
That's madness.
I know.
We got to get you on Celebrity Bake Off.
Well, who's listening? Anyone who...
Lots of people are listening.
Anyone
Confirmed.
who would be able to make that happen? Can we
You
just
could
call
be
it...
there.
Can we call it Celebrity Bake Off, Celebrities versus Jane?
Fans versus faves.
I still don't think I've met the threshold.
I mean, they're doing it every year, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Maybe you could, and then you could do some more Team Jane videos and send them out in 2025.
All right, that'll do. Hey, because we haven't got anything to recap this week, I'm just going to invite you to all join me and gather around the community notice board.
It's the community notice board.
This is a goodie. This one was just posted in the Real Pod Corner. Thanks for sharing. It's a room for rent in Hibiscus Coast if you are keen. $470 per week. Not cheap. Hi, locals. My wife and I would like to rent out one of the rooms in our house. We are very strict on who we want as a flatmate. You would be sharing the house with my wife, Pam, our cat Rufus, and myself. All the things are included, all the amenities. And you'll be able to help yourself to tea, coffee, toast, and spread free of charge. House rules are as follows. Vegan cooking only, but no curries. No drinking or smoking. No incense or room fragrances. No pets. No pornography. No visitors Monday to Friday. Visitors may come over for a maximum of 2 hours on a Saturday. No swearing. No sexual contact with visitors if they come over. Bedtime 9:30 p.m. Sunday to Thursday and 10:30 on Fridays and Saturdays. No drugs. Just 10 simple rules. We are looking for someone who works full-time, is Christian, was born in New Zealand and loves animals. I mean, that is full of issues.
You love animals but no pets?
Loves animals, no pets. Quite a racist tone to the whole thing. I just can't...
Horrible.
I just can't decide if it's real.
How can they police most of these things?
Okay.
The sexual contact, the pornography,
Well,
the
I guess you
swearing?
have your door open at all times. You've only got a visitor over for 2 hours on a Saturday, so that's only 2 hours they need to keep an eye on you for of a week. So they probably
True.
can police that pretty easily. No swearing, you'd have to do it under your breath or while you're in the shower. Oh, fuck my flatmates, you know.
Let it all out.
It's a hell of a list. Good luck to them. I don't think they're going to find anyone.
But you do get free spreads.
You do get free spread. I want to know what spreads, you know? And is it like Pits or is it the home brand peanut butter?
Weird.
Yeah.
Really uncomfortable. $4.70 a week. No way.
That's outrageous. Like, you could not pay me to live there. You probably could, actually. Most of that's just my life. Except for I don't have 2 hours worth of visitors a week.
Oh, Jane.
Sergeant and Mr. Smith, you're gonna love this house.
Bunk beds in a closet?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the Dastardly Desk Clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want your connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Talofa Lover. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spinoff. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spinoff member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Oh, let's move on. Let's go into reality check.
I have 4 weeks to decide if I'm going to drop my entire life for you.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
You just fuck. I don't even know.
Reality check.
How can we have reality check when we don't have anything to recap? Well, we just want to talk about some tally stuff.
Let's do it.
100 physical 100.
Oh, yeah. I could tell you're very enthused by this. Well, no, I just polished off Physical 100 over the weekend and it was a triumphant end. The finale of this show was an hour and 28 minutes long. It was just extraordinary. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, but it's just like this very interesting, it's kind of in the same vein as like American Ninja Warrior and all those
You and
sorts of
Duncan have
strongman
talked about it on the
competitions.
podcast like a lot before.
We have, right? But it's different. It's Korean and it's like all these top athletes from all these different fields as well as just like a very muscly car dealer and stuff. And they all come together and compete. But there's just something about it that made it really different to all those other shows. They're very like, the way they talk about each other is so like respectful and insightful. And in the finale, there's a really moving, like almost a dinner party, I would say, conversation with all the finalists talking about, they all are all from these like fields or kind of sports that are quite underappreciated / just not known about at all. One of them's like an ice climber. Anyway, this sounds really boring, but it was really great. And I love the series and I highly recommend it. Physical 100 on Netflix. If you've got a spare 8 hours or so.
Does it make you feel like a useless human? Or is it so extreme that you're like, this is the top 0.00001%?
It's so extreme that it just feels like you're watching a different, you know, like you're not watching humans anymore. But what I like about it is that it's very clear about the fact that these people are superhuman beasts that have worked their whole lives to look a certain way. And I like that it's like a reality show about bodies that's not like Love Island, where it's like the way you look is intrinsically tied to your value as like a single person. Or, you know, like these people that come in with these perfect bodies and it's all about finding love or like sex or whatever. Whereas Physical 100 is just like, I look like this because I want to hang off a thing for like an hour. I don't know. It's kind of refreshing.
I would love to be the kind of person who enjoys exercise. Who like looks forward to I can't wait to get to the gym this afternoon. Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm just going to do a trek or a run. Like that to me is such a foreign idea. But for these people, I remember going like forcing myself to go to a gym for a while and the trainer just being like, I love exercise. Oh, you'll grow to love it. And I tried and I never grew to love it. I never did. But he just loved it. He just bloody... Oh, it was his whole life. And I thought, that's so lucky because all the things that are good for you, like exercise, you know, healthy food, to me, they're not the things that I want to do. Why is it that all the good things for you are not fun?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question, Jane. But these people in Physical 100, they have like a scene where they let them into this warehouse and there's just like a full wall of protein powders and like yucky little gloopy snacks and stuff, and they're just freaking out.
Is it like when the Lego Masters like run into the Lego room?
Yeah. But I was just like, God, I don't want any of that. The only guy, there's like this very old kind of MMA fighter, very old, he's like 45, MMA fighter who like just sat down and started hoeing into like a big thing of roasted nuts, and that was like the only relatable thing that I saw on the show.
Oh God, I love me a honey roasted nut, by the way.
Delicious.
Just a few of
you know what else is yum?
What?
The salt and vinegar peanuts.
Forget it.
What do you mean forget it?
Fiji and salt and vinegar all live in the same house as far as I'm concerned, and it's that house that's $470 for a room and it's uninhabitable. No, thank you.
Really? I did not know that you were anti-Salt and V.
Well, I've become more anti-Salt and V since our previous office manager here at the Spin-Off was really into buying a lot of Salt and V. So come chippy afternoon, it was only ever salt and vinegar here and there. And it's like Russian roulette out there. You've got like one bowl somewhere in amongst the 8 that might have another flavour in it, probably just already salted. But you have to find it. And in the meantime, I'm just burning my lips and tongue off with the salt and vinegar.
Wow. We should do a Hot Ones challenge.
What's that?
How are you? Because is it the hotness? Is it the spice of the salt and vinegar you don't like?
It's the tang. It eats my lips off. I'm supposed to be eating the chip and the chip's eating me. It's all wrong. It's backwards. I don't know if I'm particularly sensitive. I just I would rather no chip than a salt and vinegar chip. I'll say no.
That's really shocking. I suppose there is like a shared tang. Like Fijoa has a tang.
Do you think that I've got a tang problem?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh dear. How does that explain shortbread? Okay. What else has happened? What were we just talking about? I don't even know how we got there.
We're doing a reality check.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did you watch any reality over the weekend?
Oh, only my sad old life fading away. Blow Up starts next Monday, and the Balloon Man on Blow Up, big deal. He's a big deal.
Is it?
Yeah, he's done balloons for Kim Kardashian, just Kim Kardashian.
Wow.
I mean, the Herald Spy have called him Kim Kardashian's Balloon Man. I'm not so sure that I'd go that far, but he has done balloon art for lots of stars. Robert Downey Jr. is another one. He's done major studio functions like Pixar and DreamWorks and done stuff for Pepsi. And he custom made the balloon puppets and props for Ed Sheeran's music video for Happier. So he's a big balloon deal.
He's a big deal. I saw that there was some controversy around the show from like environmental types who are worried about the waste because there is a lot of balloons obviously being used. But the production has said that they're all blah blah from a rubber tree, which I don't know if that's anything, and that they're all fully compostable and will be disposed of, properly. Yeah.
But there's compostable and there's compostable, right? I mean, I'm not going to get into it because I don't know.
I don't know. It's from a rubber tree. I don't know. What does that mean?
Isn't that where all rubber's from?
Yeah, I think so. But tree must be good.
I think you plant the balloon skins. What are they called? Balloon skins is gross. You plant the balloon carcasses and you grow a rubber tree. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Rubber tree grows out of it, yeah.
A little bit like the money tree that Leighton planted.
Leighton's?
On maps.
Oh, I miss him.
Do you want to talk about Succession? I can't join you. I've tried to watch it twice.
This season or just the show in general?
The show in general. Bit like Game of Thrones.
Not for you?
I hate that I can't watch it because everyone's talking about it this morning.
No, that's fair. And look, this season, me and Samuel were talking about this off mic, but this last episode, about 10 minutes in, Joe and I were sitting on the couch being like, I think Succession sucks. Like maybe this is just a boring show and I'm kind of over the wheelings and dealings of these unlikable, horrible rich people. And then the episode just took an incredible turn. Are we allowed to spoil it? I don't know. Can we just talk about it?
Okay, you can spoil it. I'll take my headphones off just in case I decide one day, okay? Here we go.
Spoiler alert! Then we find out that Logan Roy is dead. What did you think, Samuel? What was your reaction when you were watching?
Oh, so I love Succession. Succession is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, hands down, I'm there every week, every Monday at 2 p.m. I was shocked. I didn't feel like you. I actually really loved this season. I think it's Shakespeare. Like, it's truly so dramatic and funny, and like it's everything you want in a show. Like, I feel fully fed, and after that episode, like I feel like a glutton. You know, I feel like I'm bursting. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I feel like my dad has just died, and I need to be on bereavement leave right now. Yeah,
it really did feel like that. I was having trouble sleeping after watching it because it felt like a death in the family. And yeah, I mean, I think the parts that I liked about Succession were like those real tense, like when you kind of, I guess you never know where anyone really stands, but like when they went on that long walk with Adrian Brody, do you remember that episode? Like that to me was like, I was so gripped by that.
When it's all just contained to one kind of tense moment. It all kind of boils and perfects into this like one instance.
Yeah, and I guess, and then that kind of culminated in a heart attack, which this also did too. And there was part of me that was like, I think Logan was just going to sit up again and say, fuck off.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I did feel very moved, particularly by Shiv's reaction, because they were obviously all on this boat for the Connor's wedding, and they had to go and get Shiv from the crowd and kind of tell her what had happened. And just seeing them all become like children again, and then finding out the fact that they shot like the whole sequence in basically one go, right?
Yeah, so they did like, so it all happens in real time, and it's like a 27-minute long scene that they recorded just in one take with film cameras, where they had to change the film after like every 10 minutes, and they just had to keep the scene going. And like the emotional trauma that must inflict on like as an actor having to do that for days.
I know. It was just, it was really amazing. And I had also just watched Kieran Culkin's Hot Ones episode, which is why I keep talking about Hot Ones.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I just Googled it. $120 for those Hot Ones hot sauces. I think we do it.
Okay, I'm back in the room.
I think we should do it. But yeah, terrific show. If you've kind of dropped off in past seasons, get back on board. Watch this last episode, episode 3. Fucking fantastic.
I think I just bruised my ears trying to block out the noise there because I couldn't hear you, Alex, because you were coming through the headphones.
Samuel's right there.
But Samuel's right there, and he's got this beautiful bassy booming voice, and I heard, I want to vomit. I heard, I want to vomit, and did you cry? Did you cry? So it didn't make me want to watch it. But it's all right. I'll deal with that. Got it all out of your system now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on.
Ready to go.
In post-maths world, did you know that Alyssa was on Judge Judy?
Alyssa was on Judge. No, I didn't.
Alyssa,
I just had to process those words.
Alyssa was on Judge Judy. This is quite a good story. In 2011, she was on an episode of Judge Judy and was called out in a savage roast by Judes. She was in the courtroom because there was a fire at her house and it was blamed on her shisha pipe.
Alyssa's shisha.
Oh, blamed on her shisha pipe. So there was a house fire. She says they tried to blame the fire on my shisha pipe. They sued me. We ended up at Judge Judy. How does that happen? Do you have to, both parties have to agree that this is, or is it just like if you go into court, you just happen to get Judy, then you're just going on the tally that day?
I really do, but it's not real, right? Judge Judy doesn't.
The cases are real. The decisions are real. I'm pretty sure that's like part of the intro, isn't it?
True.
Anyway.
I don't know. I've never thought about that. That's so funny. Was her defense, I have a child? And then stand up and cry and leave?
Child. Duncan.
Whoa,
that was really good, Alex, that Duncan. Hi, Duncan, by the way. Either Duncan. Both of them. I mean, our Duncan, but honestly, hi the other one too. She said the good thing is that Judy threw out the case, so she didn't lose, nor did she win, I guess. But she was also epically roasted after she kept interrupting Judge Judy. Weird. And Judge Judy said, just a second, I'm not talking to you. You're annoying. That's what she said.
Wow.
And then she also called her a functional illiterate at one point.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is a roast.
Quite the
That's
roast.
quite nasty.
I had a roast.
love that.
I had a roast yesterday, actually, for Easter.
Did you?
You did too, Samuel?
Yeah, I did.
Not together, but just a happy.
In spirit. We
In
were
spirit.
connected through the love of crackling.
Who made yours?
Glen Eden Mall Roast.
Oh, Mum made mine. It was very nice.
Aw,
I've got four
lovely.
sisters, and I was the only one who turned up for the roast dinner. No one else was really invited. They all had other things on. I was just like orphaning myself over to Mum and Dad's, and
More for you then.
yeah, more for me, and was also joined by Mum's friend Rosemary. So it was nice.
Aw.
Yeah, lovely time. Lovely time.
Cute.
She hugged me goodbye at the end and said, "Goodbye, you gorgeous girl." I was like, needed that. Thank you. It'll pick me up.
Aw,
It was nice.
Rosemary.
Rosemary. So that's Alyssa on Judge Judy. If you search Maths AU in your Googler and then just hit the news thing, it's all Harrison. It's all about Harrison. Harrison Boone is his surname, by the way.
That's crazy.
And he's hoping for a big boon with his new career change. Is that the right use of the word?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Stick to it.
So he's planning on becoming, we sort of talked about this, I think, briefly last week. He's planning on becoming a relationship expert.
No.
He wants to spread positive message. So he's going to do some motivational speaking. Relationship guru. Straight to guru status.
That's terrible.
Not stopping by hobbyist or anything along the way. You know, no.
Is this happening in a podcast form?
We can only presume. Didn't someone say he had a podcast last week? Samuel said that. So, of course he's going to have a podcast. It's the first place you go, isn't it?
How long until he's on Keyed Up with Max Key?
Oh, I'm sure the booking has been made.
Do you know what's interesting, actually? I listened to the full episode, and at the end, how he thanks his guest and he goes, "Thank you, Samuel Levi. You've been keyed up."
Oh, no. No. What?
And I'm like, I'm still confused.
Does he think Keyed Up's like Clued Up? But even then, you can't say that to someone else. That still doesn't work.
I don't know. I really don't know. I want him to explain.
Does he like
Show's
key their
working.
cars as they come into the car park? And he's like, it's like a bit of a punked kind of vibe, punked podcast.
I truly do not know.
We're never going to get the
amazing.
answers.
I
'cause
think
he won't
you guys
talk
are
to
putting
us.
more thought into it than he ever did.
Oh, it's 100% true. But it's cute that he's trying to get a little, like, should we, at the end of this, do we like, thanks everyone for listening. You've been real potted.
You've been real potted.
Yeah. Well, we've certainly.
Well, we made real potted as a verb already.
It
isn't
is. Because
it's just our lives.
it's just our fucking lives.
That's why I have a neck brace on right now.
Commitment to the bit's huge. Speaking about what Harrison's future looks like, he said, "I think I'm going to use the platform for good, try and spread a positive message, and have the discussions people are too scared to have. There's a lot of things out there to do with single fathers, even giving men advice to start dating again after they've been through a split." He continued, "A lot of men will be giving dating advice, but they don't give post-breakup advice. How to find yourself, how to live again after a big setback like that. I think there's a lot of platforms I can be spreading with this platform I have now."
No, what is he saying?
It's like the bridge. He just makes one platform and he uses that to spread another platform. I know, none of it makes sense. I even actually tidied up some of his quote there to make it a little bit more sense than it did.
Oh, Harrison.
But I also found this story from the 1st of September, 2022. This is from So Dramatic. They reported that a bloke who was dumped from the top spot on Batchy, aka the Bachelor himself, has been scooped up for Maths 2023. So Dramatic reports that Harrison Boone is set to appear on Married at First Sight 2023, was first picked up by execs for The Bachelor 2022.
How?
They said he was too masculine, so he was dropped at the last minute.
Oh my God. He would love that too.
Yeah, but they thought he'd be good for Married at First Sight, so they put him forward. There's been a lot of reality TV alum come through this Maths season, to the point where I think they really need to do something about it. We know that Leighton was on First Dates previously. Did we know that he was on Total Wipeout?
No, that's too much reality for one man.
And I don't know what these shows are, but Adam was on not one, not two, but 3 prior reality TV shows. Coach trip.
Adam!
Yes! Coach trip, dinner date, and celebrity X in the city.
Those are nothing.
I know they're nothing, but it shows that he's been trying to break through the reality
But
TV
Adam
circuit.
is like such bad talent. He can't even string a sentence together. It's extraordinary.
Anyway, so I guess...
I can't believe Harrison was nearly The Bachelor. I kind of want to see that universe, you know?
It'd be so good bad. Imagine all the heartfelt conversations he'd have with people. All the mansplaining he'd do. Just it would be truly...
It would be horrible. It would be horrible.
And glorious all at once.
Yeah, when I saw that link in the doc, I thought I was going to click on it and it was going to be Duncan.
Of course.
You know, I never thought for a second.
Of course.
I never thought for a second Harrison would be considered for that.
The most shocking turn of events for 2023 will be, for me, when they announce The Bachelor Australia, if it is not Duncan Grieve. It's not Duncan, whatever Duncan's surname is, Duncan Maths.
They have to be moving heaven and earth right now.
Oh my God.
Because also I don't know if he would do it, you know, after everything that he went through. But then maybe it's like, well, the odds are pretty good.
The odds are better.
You know, if you're going in.
Yeah.
You've got 20 plus to choose from.
Yeah. Much
He's
better
definitely
than...
got the emotional intelligence for it.
Watch this space. All right. Well, that's our podcast, I guess. Nothing else to report. You just did a dramatic pivot to the side. We're looking at over there.
Just stretching out my spine.
Just be careful, Alex.
Yeah, nothing else to say. I guess we'll watch Blow Up and see what
blows up out of
that. Yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of in a bit of a
limbo,
Twilight Zone at the moment.
land. A little bit of limbo land. We're not going to do a week by week recap of Blow Up. Can assume it is something along the lines of people made some nice things with balloons, you know. I was impressed, you know.
And some of them might pop.
Some of them might pop and someone goes home. So that's that. All right. Thank you for listening. You've been real potted. Thank you.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spinoff. You can help us keep all of The Spinoff's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, senior writer at The Spinoff. We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spinoff Podcast Network.